Tastes like America. Hey guys, welcome back. It is lovely to see you once again, and boy do I have an interesting video for you today. Quick one, just so you know, I'm now uploading twice a week, Wednesdays as well as Saturdays, so make sure you look out for that extra midweek video from now on. So as you guys know, I love my food. I'm a big foodie, but I am also pretty healthy and I do watch what I eat. Especially when I'm sort of at home in England, I generally cook for myself most of the time and I don't eat out a lot, as I do kind of care about what I put into my body most of the time. However, when I travel, and especially when I go to America, I do like to just give myself a break and go a little bit crazy and eat whatever is available to me. So when I went to Orlando last month for a week, I decided to make a particular effort to eat absolutely whatever I want and enjoy myself and all the food around me, because I was kind of interested to see what kind of effect that would have on my body. So fortunately, there is this machine at my gym that measures your body composition fairly accurately. So not only would I be able to keep track of how I felt over the week, but I'd also be able to actually see how my body composition changed as well. So a day before I left, I went to the gym and popped on this machine to do a scan so I could get a baseline of what I was before I went to America. So the results showed I'm a pretty fit and healthy guy with a decent muscle mass and fairly low body fat. I weighed in at 75.9 kilograms. My muscle mass was 68.1 kilograms, had 4.3 kilograms of fat, which gave me a total body fat of 5.7%, which apparently makes me athletic. Who would have thought? So with that done, we were good to go to America, and off I went. Things started straight away on that first day. I'd actually used air miles to upgrade to business, which basically meant that they shove food in you from every which direction, and it's very hard to say no to. So not only did I have a nice rich breakfast of eggs Florentine in the lounge before getting on the flight, they then gave us a 3-course meal with copious amounts of Prosecco and then wine. It was followed by cheese and port, and then a few hours later we got afternoon tea where there was more sandwiches, a scone, and then I asked for another scone. I mean, I was making the most of it basically. I ate a lot. So I arrived in Orlando feeling pretty full and very satisfied, and then had dinner. I mean, you've got to be social, right? So my friends wanted dinner, so I couldn't really say no. So I went and got some quesadillas, and they were good. So day one was off to a good start. Now for the rest of the week, I would find typically for breakfast, I would have an all-American breakfast. So that would usually consist of eggs, either fried or scrambled. I would vary that. Bacon, you know, in America you're gonna get like a decent portion of bacon too, and it's gonna be nice and greasy and fried, as that makes it taste better. Breakfast sausage, can't have eggs and bacon without sausage. Always comes with toast and usually with deep fried potatoes as well. So a nice greasy but hearty start to the day, and that's the way I like it. Lunch and dinner would kind of vary from day to day, but what didn't vary was the large portion sizes and my unrestrained ordering of lots of food. And of course, as it was kind of a fun trip and there was lots of partying, there was a lot of alcohol as well. So I'm not sure I want to work out exactly how much I drank over the trip, but let's just say it increased the number of calories quite a lot. So the highlight of my food journey was probably my 4th day when I was there in America, about halfway through my trip. So I kicked off the day with breakfast as normal, a nice big all-American breakfast to fill you up until lunchtime. For lunch I ordered room service. I went big with a nice big chicken club sandwich, which I'm pretty sure there was like a lot of mayo and butter in there. I wasn't complaining though, it tasted really good. And of course it had to come with a nice big portion of chips as well. So I was well on my way to my daily allowance worth of calories, and we're only halfway through the day. And then dinner happened. So we went to this Hawaiian place, and there was a bit of a wait for a table, so of course I had to have a couple of margaritas whilst I was waiting. And also fortunately this place had the calorie count on the menu, which didn't deter me. In fact, it spurred me on, because I went straight in with the main course and ordered a lobster and shrimp linguine. Oh, and had a glass of wine on the side as well. Gotta wash it down. And then on to dessert. Of course everyone else was full by this time, so it'd be rude not for me to order one. That's how it works, right? There was something called a chocolate island on the menu, which I could not say no to. I mean, it's a freaking island full of chocolate, and it was 1,400 calories, which is a fuck ton of calories for one course. So I ordered it and ate a lot of it. I did get some help with that, so I probably ate about 2/3 of it myself, I reckon, but that's still a lot of calories, let me just say. So the logical thing to do would then be to call it a night, but of course we were at Playlist Live and there was parties, so you know, had to go party and have a lot more drinks. All in all, probably the most calories I've ever eaten in one day. It was probably the most extreme day of the week there, food-wise, but I certainly didn't shy away for the rest of the week and carried on treating myself to a lot of tasty food and drinks every day. And I spent a grand total of 25 minutes in the gym during the whole week, so I didn't exactly do a lot of exercise. Alas, it was time to head home, and I did just about fit into my aeroplane seat on the way back, only just. I was definitely feeling a lot bigger, as well as a bit more kind of just gross generally, and I'd started to break out in spots a little bit too, and I think I had less energy as well. But I was most interested to see what the measurable effect to my body composition will have been after those 7 days gorging in America. So I popped back to the gym onto this machine and did another scan. Boy, was I in for a treat. So if you'll recall, before I went to America, I weighed 75.9 kilograms. I had a muscle mass of 68.1 kilograms. The fat in my body weighed 4.3 kilograms, giving me a total body fat percentage of 5.7%. So after 7 days of eating a lot of food in America, the results were in. And here we go. I now weighed 76.8 kilograms, so less than a kilogram gained overall, which doesn't seem too bad. I now had a muscle mass of 66.3 kilograms, so I'd lost almost 2 kilograms of muscle. My fat mass was now 7.1 kilograms, which meant my body fat had shot up to 9.2%. So what does all that mean? So I think the biggest takeaway from all that is that I put on 2.8 kilograms of fat, which is over 6 pounds. That means that I increased the amount of fat in my entire body by over 65%. Now you might be wondering, okay, but what does 2.8 kilograms of fat look like? It doesn't seem that bad, right? Well, fortunately, I've popped to my local supermarket and bought just about 2.8 kilograms of fat. And here it is. I mean, it's disgusting. I literally put on this much fat in 1 week in America. It's unfathomable. Obviously I didn't eat this much fat, but when you eat more calories than you actually burn off in a day, then your body will pretty much turn all those extra calories into fat, just like this. So that was quite a shock to see actually how much fat I put on in my body inside, where you can't see it. That's the weird thing. It is that much fat, but you don't know, you don't see it. And that was just from overeating for 1 week. So imagine if I did that for a month or even a year. It would be pretty horrifying results, I bet. Definitely not something that I could sustain, nor would want to, but it was a fun experiment to do and I did thoroughly enjoy all the food that I ate. Fortunately, it was only 1 week's worth of damage to my body, so I was able to go back to the gym, hit it hard, and within a week or two, I was pretty much back to where I was before. I've literally been having a healthy smoothie every day since I've come back, which I fill with loads of like raw vegetables, some fruit as well, and it's been a great way to get a lot more nutrients back in my body and get myself feeling a lot better too. By the way, I also daily vlog my whole trip to Orlando, so if you want to see more of what I did when I was over there and all the kind of foods that I was eating, and even some of the crazy YouTube parties that I went to a playlist, then it's all in the vlogs, so you can go watch them next. There's a link down below in the description. I will probably not be eating that much again anytime soon until I go back to America next week. Don't forget, I am making 2 videos a week now. Wednesdays and Saturdays is my current upload schedule, and if you are new around here, then you can go down and hit the red subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all these new videos that I'm posting. Also, if you did find this interesting, then do give it a thumbs up, as that does really help out and lets me know that you liked it. Also, if you want to see more of me trying some crazy American foods, then I've done that a lot too. I went to LA last year, literally found all the craziest fast food in LA and tried it, and it was awesome, so you can watch that next too. Otherwise, that's all from me. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in a few days. Bye.